Hey folks, in today's video I'm going to talk about why I am turning off DRIP on my high yield dividend accounts. So stick around and I'll tell you my reasons. Hey, if you're new to this channel, my name is Alex. It's 9 to 5 to Freedom. This channel I talk about investing in real estate, stock market, building a portfolio that pays high yield dividends, and this experiment that we're doing to see if it's actually achievable to leave that 9 to 5 to pursue the freedom to do whatever you want. So glad you're here. Please subscribe to this channel. We're growing. We're getting engaged. Really glad what's going on and happening here. So without further ado, let's hop right into it, folks.
Got a dripping faucet? We'll show you how to
All
fix
right,
three types
so
of
talking
single-handle
about drip.
faucets.
Again, my channel here. Folks, check out these videos. Really glad I'm getting engagement, up to 23 subscribers. I know I'm no Mr. Beast, but we'll get there, folks. We'll get there. Okay, so this is my portfolio for those of you who are new. It looks absolutely terrible as of this morning, this February 27th. Everything's in the red. Okay, I have lots of high yield dividend ETFs in here. And I'm doing some call options that have been tanking, but we'll see. Maybe they'll recover. All right, folks. So why am I turning off the drip? Why do that? Why not just continue to reinvest into these high yield dividends and build up that portfolio, right? Well, I think there's two schools of thoughts with this. One is that, if you're starting out and you have a longer roadway, let's say you don't have a lot of money in the beginning and you're trying to build up this account, you want to get as many shares as you can so that in 10, 15, 20 years, it accumulates into something decent where you're able to live off the dividends. Okay, so, or you could be on the other end where you already have the money, you're just trying to figure out what to do with it, how to turn that money into a monthly income without selling your shares. So that's why a lot of people turn to dividend stocks. They like to see that number of shares stay the same while they get a little slice of the pie with these dividends coming in weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annually, depending what you're investing in. Now, with the dividends that we're doing on this channel, we're doing a lot of dividends like YieldMax, Roundhill, Cornerstone. We got Rex funds, all sorts of different stuff, okay? And these aren't your typical Coca-Colas and Aristocrat type of things, all right? These are very risky. These are covered call options. These are things that are paying insane amount of dividends, folks. Let me just show you here. If I change this to dividend view, you'll see here. Dividend yield, okay? So as you can see, we're up like 200% on this Coinbase one from YieldMax, Coney. 188%. I mean, that's bananas, all right? We can go down as low as XBay, which is showing 8.59. This is supposed to be 20. I still don't know why Fidelity is not showing this 20. But then you got everything else in between, folks. You got the 30s, the 20s, the 40s. And realistically, I think if market is frothy, if we're going to continue to see it grow like it has in the past, I think something around 20 to 30% is probably optimistic. Realistically, I would say probably 15% would be something that you can expect with these dividend funds. Now, again, I'm new to this, so glad I'm getting engagement with folks that have been around the block, folks like Oracle. So thanks for leaving your comments and helping me build this channel up. All right, folks. So why am I turning off drip? Well, the reason I'm turning off drip is it gets really, really muddy. Okay, if you do drip, and for those of you that don't know what that means, it's you're taking the dividends and then you're investing back into the same fund. So you're using the money that they're giving you, and then automatically it buys more shares of the same fund. Well, what happens is if you continue to do that, yes, the amount of shares is growing. You're not actually getting any money. You're just building the amount of shares. But with these high yielders, the NAV erosion is killing these stocks. Okay, they're just, as you can see here. I mean, let me just show you. stocks. I mean, we got like the yield max. These are the most popular ones. YMAG, YMAX. I mean, we're down 10% in less than 2 months. All right. If I continue to drip this, it's gonna, this might decrease because I'm taking all those shares and I'm buying them. I'm taking all that money and buying more shares of it. So I really don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, am I just kind of going in this crazy wheel like a squirrel without ever achieving what I'm looking to do? What I'm looking to do is I want passive income. Okay, I have real estate. Real estate, it's pretty simple. You buy a house, you put a tenant in it, the tenant pays you every month, you pay off the mortgage every month, and then whatever's left over you put in your pocket. That's a dividend. Okay, I understand that. I've been doing that for quite a bit of time now. Now that makes a lot of sense to me. With this stuff, if I continue to drip it, I really don't know what I'm getting because everything's all mushed together. And this number, this total gain loss, I don't even know what that means anymore. Okay, because if I keep reinvesting, it keeps going down, what's actually happening? Folks, I'm turning off drip on everything except CLM and CRF, and I'll explain in a minute why. But the reason is I want to run this. I want to run it for a few months. I want to see what's actually coming back in my pocket. And one of the things that folks are doing is, they're kind of utilizing the wheel strategy. They're taking these dividends and they're buying things that actually grow in value. They're buying either the S&P 500 like VOO or SPY, or they're buying, individual stocks like Apple, Google, whatever stuff that's actually going to grow in value that they believe in. So in a way, they're squeezing out these high yield dividends, but instead of putting all that back into it, they're buying something else. And I think that's a pretty interesting strategy. So what I'm doing here, just trying to be transparent here, I'm turning off all drip. I'm going to take these weekly and monthly dividends. I'm going to show them to you guys, what I'm actually getting. I'm taking this money and I'm not buying any more shares. A month from now, I'm going to have a lump sum of money that's going to be coming in. What I want to do is I want to prepare myself. I want to prepare what's actually going to happen to my portfolio if I invest a lot of money into it. So I'm going to run this trial, okay? I have somewhere around 12 grand right now, 11 and a half. I mean, it's been dropping like crazy, folks. This market's really rocky, and these funds, this is what we want to see. We want to see how they react to it. But we're going to take those dividends. We're not going to reinvest back into it. We're going to see that NAV erosion in real life. We're going to track it. Now, once I get my money, I'm going to make that decision then. Do I put the money in and then I just squeeze out these dividends and not reinvest and do something else with that money, okay? That could be like paying off some debt that I have maybe, or investing into, let's say, the S&P 500, whatever it is. We'll be covering more on that. But that's what I'm going to be doing. So this morning, I went into Fidelity. I turned off all the drip. I left it only on CRF and CLM. Now this fund, this is like a kind of like a Ponzi scheme. I mean, there's folks who make a living on this stuff. But what's cool about it, I mean, it's been around the block for like 30 years or so. What's cooler about it is that every time you drip this one, you're actually buying the same stock back at like a 30% discount, which is pretty crazy. So I think it makes sense with this one. So I left the drip on CRF and CLM. This is from Cornerstone. Everything else, folks, we're gonna start getting those dividends, and we'll see what happens to our portfolio. So that's what I wanted to cover. We'll make it nice and brief. A lot going on today. Market is reacting. We had Nvidia. Looks like positive profits are coming in. So we'll see what that does to our AI stocks. It's been kind of rocky road, but thanks for jumping on here. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one, folks. Thanks.